Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Martial Arts Edge. I am super excited you're here today because today we are going to be putting together two of the basic classes that we have went over, Class 2 and Class 3, where we go over our basic boxing and our basic kicks. We're going to be putting both of those classes together and coming up with some awesome combinations to help you build skill in the martial arts. So if you're ready, let's get going. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Coach Larry and I will be walking you through all these cool combinations today. I designed this channel, the Martial Arts Edge, for you. That's right, to give you the edge in life through martial arts training. Now, like I said before, we are putting together two awesome classes. We're putting together our boxing class, and I'll put that link, bing, right up there. It's going to go over the basic jab, cross, hook. 3 basic punches for you. It's going to be awesome. And so if you have not done that class, make sure you go back and you do it. And if you kind of forget, that's okay. No problem. Just go back and review it and then come back to this one, because today, like I said, we were going to be putting together 2 classes. The second class we were going to be putting together is our kicking class, our basic kick, our basic front kick. And I'll put that link, bing, right up there. So please make sure, again, that you go and check that out. It's going to be awesome. Now, today I'm going to be working on 3 combinations. I'm going to be adding together both the jab, cross, and the front kick. It's going to be really easy. One thing I highly suggest, now, you can do this without a bag. You don't need one. But if you do need a bag, I highly suggest the Century Wavemaster 2 XL. It is awesome, and I've done a review on that. So if you want to get all the ins and outs of the bag, bing, check that video out right up there. They'll be in the card section right over there. So make sure you check it out. And if you just get lost, don't worry. Look in the description. I'm going to put all those links down below. There'll also be timestamps down below for each one of these combinations. So if you want to go back and you just want to just see some of the intricate details, don't worry. Click the timestamps below and you can get all the information right there. It's going to be awesome. Get ready to sweat today because we are going to have some fun. Alrighty, everybody, we are going to get to work. Today, I'm going to be working with a Wavemaster 2 XL and some Drive boxing gloves from Century. If you don't have boxing gloves and want to get a really good pair, these are awesome. I'll have an affiliate link down in the description. I'll also have an affiliate link in the description for the Wavemaster. Excellent, excellent tools to have if you are working on at home, especially around Christmas time. This really helps. Now, you can do all of this in the air, so don't worry, but it helps to get a little feedback. So today I'm going to be working with this. Now, to get started on our combination, we are going to be putting together a front leg front kick, a jab, and a cross. What we're going to do is we're going to get into a guard stance first. Now, the guard stance is an easy stance. What you're going to do is you're going to take your right leg, you're going to stand natural, you're going to take your right leg and step back just a little bit, kind of like a full step, not like a deep step. Just step back to what's comfortable, just easy. Then I want you to take your hands, I want you to bring them up by your cheeks, but before you do that, I want you to kind of bend your knees and roll your shoulders a little bit. Get that chin hidden behind that shoulder. That helps protect you, okay? This is the position I want your upper body to be in. I want you to keep those knees bent, and I want you to get used to feeling the ground with the balls of your feet. So like I said, we are going to be working on a front leg front kick, a jab, and a cross. So this is a really good combination. I want you to think of this as in 2 levels. I want you to think of this as a mid-level and a high level. I want you to think of those 2 levels or 2 floors, okay? Our kicks are going to go to one area, one level, and our punches are going to go to another level. And I want you to think about this as we're working on. So get into that guard stance. What we're going to do is we're going to do a lead leg front kick. So we're going to rock back just a little bit, lift our knee, kick out to mid-level. As we bring it back down and we step, when our foot hits the ground, I'm throwing that jab. Then I'm going to pivot, boom, and throw that cross. So that kick goes to the low level or the mid level, and the punches go to the high level. All right, so let's practice again. Get to that stance, protect that chin, guard in, no chicken wings. And from here, kick, boom. As soon as your foot touches the ground, jab, cross. Good. And kick, mid, high, high, just like that. And make sure you're rotating those hands as you throw those punches with a little bit of snap at the end. Don't just put them out there. Don't just do this. I want you to get used to snap, snap, like a little pop at the end. That's what you want, just a little bit of pop, okay? So again, ready and kick. 1, 2, 3. Notice how my body twists. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep that chin protected. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Keep it up. 1, 2, 3. Now it's important for you to breathe on every single technique. Just breathe. Just like that. Just like that. Make sure you breathe. You have to breathe. The more you breathe, the more oxygen you take in. The more oxygen you take in, the more energized you're going to be. All right? So now let's practice on this back. So from here, notice I'm outside of the red zone. The red zone is the area in which they can hit me. Now, if I assume that this is their head, their hands, and we're the same size, if I can't touch them, they can't touch me, okay? Sure, I can fudge it a little bit, but we want good technique, okay? I don't want to be just outside. If I'm too far outside, I have to move really far to get there. I want to just move just a little bit to hit, just a little bit, okay? So make sure you're in that zone. Hands are up. Make sure you're looking at your targets. From here, mid-level, kick. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And go. Notice how I'm breathing. Go. 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 Turn that body on that cross. Really rotate in. And kick. Punch. Punch. Just like that. I like it. All right. Keep it going a couple more times. Ready? And go. Go. One last time. Just like that. There we go. All right, so that is a lead leg front kick followed up with a jab cross. Why this works, why this is a really good combination, especially for beginners, is because think about it. If somebody was to kick me low, what do you think my hands would do? Exactly. My hands would probably drop, either one or both, right? And I'd probably move back a little bit. So imagine if you kicked me, kick, boom, opens up my head, right? And then that jab cross. I like the 2 punches follow-up because I may be able to block, or I may have one hand. Boom, I block the kick, I block the punch, but that other one sneaks right in, right? So I want you to think about why we throw the techniques, but more importantly, why they're at different levels. Super important. And once you understand that, you'll notice that all these combinations kind of have a purpose for it, okay? Alrighty, so make sure that you work on this combination. A good way to practice is to do it for a minute, or 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. And if you are a boss, do it for a 5-minute round. Just this combination. Just move around the bag, boom, boom, pa, pa. Move around a little bit. 1, 2, 3, bam, move around. Have a good time. I want you to think of different angles. I'm doing it in a static way here, pop, 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 because of the camera. But if you're working out at home, I want you to work on movement. And we're going to do a movement drill at the very end of this video, so I want you to stick around because you're going to need it, okay? Movement drill at the end of the video. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you are practicing. Now, I want you to do it for at least 1 minute. At least a minute. Because if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. So make sure it challenges you, and that way you get the most benefit out of the martial arts. Alrighty, moving on to combo number 2. Now, combo number 1 opened up the head by kicking low to the body. Now we're going to do this in reverse. Now we're going to punch to the head and open up the body. So this combination is going to be a jab, cross, back leg, front kick. Now notice this one is a back leg front kick. And the reason why is because I have to assume that if I throw a jab cross, my opponent may back up. And if they back up, they put themselves in a prime position to get kicked with that front kick. So let's break it down. Here's what it looks like. From here, I get into the good guard stance again. I'm going to throw that jab cross. 1, 2. Now remember, notice when I throw this jab, I step in. 1, pivot on the cross. 2, notice my punches are high. And then I'm just gonna lift this back knee and kick forward. Boom, just like that. The goal is I want to chase them down. It's here, pop, 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 just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Notice I'm covering a lot of distance here. Now, if I'm practicing on a bag, this is a little bit difficult because it's hard for me to punch the bag. 1, 2, because the bag doesn't move back. So if you want to make contact with the punches, you're going to have to hit, scoop back, and then kick. I like to do this because I really want to get used to gauging my distance. I like to do this where I go jab, cross, without, and then I kick here. So I'll move around, just like this. Move in. You can see you get a lot of momentum moving forward, and that carries into that kick. So when it hits, it's hitting with a lot of power. So let's break it down. From here, get to that guard stance. Let's do it again. I want you to step, jab, cross. Watch. Notice how I step forward. 1, 2, and then that back leg front kick. Ready in? 3. Boom. That back leg front kick is going right to the center mass, right there. Ready? And punch. Kick. Boom, nice. Do it again. Ready in? Punch. Kick. All right. And punch. Kick. Perfect. Now, can you do this on the other side? Absolutely. If you're more comfortable punching with the left hand dominant, that's totally fine. You just move around, you go right, left, and then boom, left, and right, left. Pop, pop. Boom. You can do this both left and right-handed. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is just transpose it. Just do it from the other side. No big deal. I'm going to stick with my right hand dominant because that's what I am. Ready? And jab, cross. Kick. Boom. Nice. And jab, cross. Pop, pop. Kick. Boom. Remember, high, high, mid-level. High, high, mid-level. All right, let's do this on the bag. From here, 1, 2. Kick. Nice, put my hip into that kick. Make sure you're always engaging your hips when you're throwing those kicks. Super important. And jab, cross. Kick. Boom. Nice. Give a little power. All you got. Ready in? Punch. Kick. Nice. And now it's good to give a nice loud ki on that kick. Nice loud yell. Ready? And punch. Kick. Nice. Now, right now, we're just doing this with a jab, cross, and a kick, a front kick. This could be done with many other things, okay? So it doesn't mean that you just have to stick with that front kick, but right now, we're learning the basic jab, cross, front kick. You could throw a roundhouse, you could throw a tie kick. There are lots of different kicks you can throw with this. So make sure you're understanding the principle behind this. The principle is high, high, low. Okay? Or high, high, mid. You want to make sure you're getting that down because remember, it's good to have tools. A jab, a cross, a front kick are tools, but you really need to know how to use them to be effective. To be a master craftsman in carpentry, you know how to use your tools, but you know when to use them. That's the important thing. You know the tools, but when to use them is what makes all the difference in the world. And if you are enjoying this video, I would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and ding that bell. It really helps this channel out. And if you haven't guessed, I kind of have a passion for the martial arts, and I want to share all that passion with you and all of your friends. So subscribe, ding it, and that way you will get notified of all the cool videos that I come out with in the future. Because I do some crazy stuff here. I mean, nuts. It's insane. And, you know, I want you to be entertained because, you know, if you're not entertained, you're not going to learn. That's right. All right, now our last combination is going to be combining our first combination with our second combination. And we're going to come up with a 4-part combination. We're going to do a lead leg front kick into a jab cross, follow it up with a rear leg front kick. So this is really cool. This is left, left, right, right. I love this combination. This is really good, especially when we start getting into tie kicks. You'll really like this one. This is pretty cool. All right, so let's break it down. All right, so the first thing you need to do is to make sure that you step back and get into that good old guard stance, just like that. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is I want you to lead off with that front leg front kick, that lead leg front kick. So what we're gonna do, dip that chin behind that shoulder, and I want you to lift, kick, and then we're gonna drop it, and then we're gonna go jab, cross, high, and then good old front kick right to the midsection. Okay, so both kicks are going to be going to that midsection. The goal is to get the hands down. Okay, so from here, I kick, boom, jab, cross to the head, and then kick midsection with that back leg. Left leg kick, left punch, right kick. Boom, just like that. Perfect. All right, so let's do a little faster. Ready? And kick, punch, punch, kick. Again, ready, and left leg kick, left punch, right kick. Boom. There we go. Left, left, right, right. Left, left, right, right. Notice my body twisting. That's where the power comes from the hips.
It's all in the hips, yeah.
It's all in the hips. Ready? And kick, punch, punch, kick. Good. And kick, punch, punch, kick. Notice how I'm gaining speed as I progress, and that's what I want you to do, okay? Ready? Kick, punch, punch, kick. Nice. Just like that. All right, now working on a bag, it makes it a little bit more difficult to be able to gauge distance, and that's okay. Because you're working with an object that doesn't move, you're going to have to train yourself to be able to be in charge of your own distance. You want to be in control of the situation, right? So right now, what you're going to do, I'm going to teach you a little trick to be in control, okay? So from here, we're going to do a front leg front kick, jab cross. Now from here, it's really hard to do a back leg front kick. But what creates distance is not necessarily where they are. It's where I put myself. Now, where I put myself has nothing to do with my head or my hips, but everything to do with my front foot. So if I just slide my front foot back a little bit, it makes this back kick so much easier, okay? So I want you to think of wherever you put your front foot, that's going to open up so many different techniques for you, and it all has to deal with that front foot. That front foot makes distance so much easier, right? Easy, right? So front leg front kick, jab cross, slide your foot back a little bit, and front kick, just like that. That front kick goes right to that midsection. It doesn't go high. I don't want you guys kicking way up here. Don't do that. Make sure you kick right to that midsection. So that's why having a bag is a good thing, because it teaches you a lot. If you're going up against an opponent who's really in and they just like to hold their ground and not move too much, they don't want to give up too much space, you may have to step back a little bit with that front foot. Just that little 6-inch slide is all you need to be able to get that good solid front kick. And if they're not going to move, you better move them, right? There we go. And that's what that back leg front kick is for. So again, front leg front kick, punch, punch. Notice I'm too close. Step back, kick, and make sure you use those hips with that kick. Again. Just like that, okay? So I want you to practice this technique. It's a really fun one, especially if you're working on just basic sparring with somebody, just moving around. An excellent combination because it works on 2 kicks, 2 punches, both sides. It is awesome. And if you're ever working with somebody else, if you're ever training with somebody, work on that front foot. Where you place it, it opens up a lot of stuff. And again, remember, stick to the end of the video because I'm going to go over footwork drills to help your combinations. So by now, you might have a couple of awesome punches in your belt, and you may have a kick or 2 just waiting to fire off. And that's awesome. I commend you for really sticking to your training and developing some awesome techniques. But now I want you to understand the basics in developing proper footwork. You have to have proper footwork to be able to deliver those techniques. So we're gonna go over a couple of real easy basics, okay? So the first concept I want you to learn is that I never want you to cross your feet. Now, I won't say never. Eventually, we're gonna be doing some advanced techniques where I do a cross step, which is a little bit different, but we'll get there, and that's more advanced. Today is just about learning the basic footwork. The basic principle to not cross your feet is simple. All this means is that if I'm in a guard stance, if I'm in a guard position, and I want to move to my right, I'm not going to take my left foot and step over. This means I've crossed my feet. When you cross your feet, you're off balance. It's difficult for you to get back to square or back to your guard stance so you can be defensive and offensive. So don't cross your feet. Just like if I want to move to my left, I'm not going to step my right foot back. So think about this. If I want to move to my right, I move my right foot. If I want to move my left, I move my left foot. Always move the foot that you want to go to. So if I want to go to my right, I move my right. If I want to move my left, I move my left. This is really apparent when we start working on the bags. All right, so if I'm working on a bag, this is really easy. This is a good way for you to practice. So if you're practicing on some of those bag drills, you can use this footwork drill just for that. Remember, the goal is not to cross your feet. You don't cross your feet. So from here, basic footwork. If I'm moving to my left, left foot, jab, cross. If I move to my right, right foot, jab, cross. Right foot, jab, cross. Right foot, jab, cross. Always move here. Boom, left, right, left. That way you're always ensuring that you're never going to be off balance when you deliver a punch. Now, if I step, that's an intentional movement. So I want to throw something. I don't just want to do this and stay there. Doesn't make any sense. I'm moving to open something up, right? I'm moving to open something up. So I want to open it up. I'm either going to open or I'm defending. If you can imagine someone's throwing a punch at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step, boom, get offline, follow up with my own. Ready? Or maybe they're throwing a punch and I'm going to step offline, kind of protect. Chin is protected, I'm out of range, and then jab cross, just like that. So making sure that you're never crossing your feet is going to be crucial when learning how to develop proper technique so you can deliver your basic techniques as effective as possible. And there you have it, your 3 basic combinations today. Man, I really hope you enjoyed those. Those are going to help you develop good skill on your boxing and your kicking. It's going to be awesome. And with that footwork drill, you're going to learn the basics of being able to deliver those techniques to your targets. Super effective, and I hope you enjoy yourself. And hey, if you are getting good value out of these classes, please let me know in the comments. I want to know if this is affecting you, if this is helping you change your life for the better. I love the martial arts, and I know what it can do for people because it's done so much for me. And I want to be able to share that with you. And that's why I created this channel, because I want to help you get the edge in life through martial arts. Now make sure you stick around for the next class. Next class, I'm going to be going over the 3 blocks you need to know for self-defense. It's going to be really awesome. Don't miss it. Practice those techniques, and I will see you in the next class.